Welcome everyone. Welcome to yet another session by Royal Cyber. This webinar that we keep doing on a regular basis, we try to show what Royal Cyber does in the market in terms of IT services we provide. And here today we'll be talking about the SAP Commerce Hybris 1811. Right. So the webinar, as I said, I'm talking about the SAP Commerce over here. And just to give you a bit of a heads up, this commerce tool in the past 6 months has really changed its landscape. There have been lots of changes. It was called Hybris, now it's called SAP Commerce. And there's been a lot of changes that has gone through in the past 6 months. A lot of iterations have come about. And each and every iteration has its own speciality. It has its own enhancements. It has its own, modifications to make the e-commerce platform better, more resilient, more intuitive to your customers, to your consumers. As you can see, we have moved all the way from Hybris 6.6 to 6.7 to, at this point, it was still called as Hybris 6.7. Now it's called SAP Commerce 1808 and the new version, which is 1811. So my topic today, the features about 1811 and how to upgrade to Hybris 1811. So I will be taking out the features part, and how to upgrade will be taken up by my colleague Rajiv. Right. To start off, the biggest aspect of Hybris Commerce starts right at the top, which is the web content management system, which is now called SmartEdit. It was there in Hybris 6.6, but it has really evolved as it has grown from 6.6 to 1811. As you can see, there's been a very intuitive change made into the user interface, UI, the user interface, right? It has a lightweight application that delivers a very intuitive UI. You can make the edits in the WCMS, very contextual and give a very omni-channel experience to your consumers. It increases the productivity through one-step, user-friendly, intuitive, and visualing tool. It has a drag and drop feature. So all you have to do is just click on it, drag, drop, move, remove all the components that you would like to do. And the other part, sorry about that. And the other part is you can actually preview the actual site in context, in the eyes of your end customer when he's actually visiting your web page. It's a preview. So if you would like to make any changes in the SmartEdit, obviously this gives you the option to do better, right? As you can see, there is a lot of personalization and there's a lot of intuitive aspects that have been put into the new WCMS. One of the biggest, I would say, most important aspect in the SmartEdit is the personalization view. This personalization view in SmartEdit, it allows the business users to build and configure experiences for their own different customers, including those customers who want to remain anonymous, would not want to be registered with your site, right? It allows you to manage the content for desired target groups and segments, and also allows you to connect it with specific components of your storefront. You can view the changes, you can make the corrections in the context as and when you work on top of it, right? Now, this is the one that makes Hybris 1811 much different from, say, the others. Context-driven services, as I say, CDS. The SAP Commerce platform has come up with the CDS solution, a context-driven solution, which provides real-time consumer experiences and personalization for SAP Commerce. So basically what it does is when a consumer or when your customer comes onto your Hybris page, it captures and analyzes the contextual behavior data that your consumer is dealing with. So if, say, suppose a consumer is coming and he's looking at a particular data, that data view that he is seeing, and it's all metadata that are connected to it, will follow your consumer from the time of landing till the point of him going off, or till the point of when they purchase the order. So, and the best part of this thing is that sorry, it gives a user insight for a long-term consumer behavior. You get to know what your consumer actually desires when it comes to your web page. Okay, you get to know what's its preferences, what brands they are looking for, what products they are looking for, what is the purchase pattern that they're doing in bulk. Okay, you can optimize the whole personalization strategy with this context-driven services. You can do the same for anonymous users as well. You can create a customer profile. You can, and it'll grow each and every time there's a recurring visit from your customer. Sorry about that. Each and every time your customer comes in, it grows. This recurring visit helps the Hybris or this context-driven services to learn, and it keeps on growing. And you can leverage this to profile and personalize the purchase journey all the way from, like I said, all the way from the initial landing page to the point of conversion. There is cross-site tracking and personalization, which tracks the users across multiple brands and sites. So it understands your customer deeply and provides the most relevant experiences to them. Basically, what they are looking for, or what type of things that they can look for, right? And obviously there's the analytics parts where you have track, you measure, and you aggregate the visitors' activity, and you do content engagement across various multiple channels, omni-channels that you're trying to work with, in real time, obviously. Now, in CDS, there are two major aspects here again. There's this content versioning, which allows you to track and keep changes that you have made to the content page. And obviously, it also allows you to preview it and roll back to the previous page. If you did not like some page and you would like to go back to what it was before, you can do that. And then obviously maintaining the page. The biggest aspect, the thing is having the flexibility to permanently delete the pages or put them in trash and then roll back to the stages, to where they were before. So what are the benefits of this CDS? One of the biggest benefit is the product data that is provided. So CDS always uses the latest product data that is provided that is very relevant to your customers, and this relevancy actually boosts your sales as well. There's always obviously an increase in the customer shopping experience. They get better products that are targeted to them, better promotions that are targeted to them, and obviously it boosts also you can also make it used to boost your customer experience, increase your customer satisfaction and loyalty, so that they keep coming back to your website and buy more. Now, this is something that I really want to talk about. The SAP integration has come leaps and bounds. And the best part about this integration is SAP has learned over the years that many of the integrations are with different SAP products, different non-SAP products. There's a lot of integration required, and it's very, very difficult. And hence, what they have done is they've come up with a couple of OOTP integrators, your SAP Commerce out-of-the-box integrators. Some of them include the likes of SAP ERP, subscription billing, CPQ, Cloud for Customer, C4C, SAP Marketing, SAP Cloud Process Integration, which helps you to integrate all the APIs together. So a lot of these integrations have been brought about with the 1811. Now, so what was the benefits of getting all these SAP integrations? Some of the major aspects or benefits is integration scenarios. There are more integration scenarios. There are more deep down understanding of sorry about that. Deep down understanding of different integration scenarios. Say integrating with different non-SAP products such as Salesforce, or you're looking at Delboomi or any other sort of integration that may be there. Also, it's an end-to-end process integration is available. So that and the best part is everything's on the cloud, so it's all handled by the SAP Cloud guys. Right? It provides a truly holistic experience, customer experience throughout the complete customer life cycle, so that there's no stoppage in between whenever a customer tries to use your Hybris website. The best part is it safeguards and accelerates your integration projects. All the OOTB integrations, content unlocking efficiencies, they reduce your complete total cost of operations. Now, I would like to talk about the back office PCM, or product cockpit management, or content management dashboard. This has been there for quite some time, since Hybris since Hybris 6, if I'm not wrong, all the way till right now 1811. The new Hybris Backoffice PCM actually gives a visual summary of the product quality. This increases your user productivity and efficiency. It enhances your business user experience. And the best part is it identifies the bottlenecks that you have in terms of the quality of data that is provided to your customer, right? And the third part is I would like to talk about is the search and navigation. Now, there have been a lot of things with the search and navigations that have been changed. The search and navigation features helps customers to browse through the website and view the search result based on the facet settings. So they have come up with something called a facet setting, which actually contributes to a higher conversion, larger orders, and more page views through the searches. One thing we can do here, which is quite different from the others, is the Solar indexers. Now, we can configure the Solar indexers using a new mode which they have put in, which is the commit and optimize mode. Using this module, we can configure facets, synonyms, stop words, which are used by your customers on a day-to-day basis, who are landing on your page on a day-to-day basis, right? There's a new promotion management tool module. The promotion module allows you to create and manage a wide variety of storefront promotions. You can create promotions by combining conditions and actions in a drag and drop interface. So it becomes easier. You can create the rule engines on the go. Allow process. You can define different business rules and with conditions and actions according to the sizes of purchase, or according to a loyal customer, as you wish. All right. Sorry. So a storefront. There have been a lot of improvements and enhancement in the storefront in the 1811 version. The storefront is more responsive in design, and there's a new option available to create the cart and price calculation optimization of your cart and price. And they've also included the Node.js integration, which makes it easier for your UI UX guys to create a more user-friendly based websites and storefronts. And they've also upgraded the Jackson data bind for all the mobile apps that they have created, right? The last thing is it's a session and permission based refinements after failover. So basically what it means is, suppose if there are certain failovers in a particular session or in a particular permission, right, you can create these failovers so that if any of the session fails or permission fails, you can work upon it, right? You have the new user management. The user management, if you remember, we were talking about the CDS, the context-driven services. The user management contains the CDS, and this is where you could actually use it for your customer interactions and behaviors to create and enrich continually evolving contextual profiles of your customers. Obviously, the Y2Y sync has been there for quite some time. The Y2Y sync allows you to implement data synchronization between the source and your target systems. So, for example, say if you have a product information management server where you can actually process the product and the catalog master data from different sources via Data Hub or any other web applications and web APIs. Right. You have the last part is of my 1811 features I would be talking about is the cockpits. The cockpits are extensive tools. Cockpits are extensive tooling interfaces provided by SAP Commerce. They are used for backend administrations, and they all built on ZK framework, so which is basically a rich internet application framework. These cockpits have different types. As you can see, you have the back office product cockpit management, you have the back office SmartEdit, CS cockpit, and adaptive search. So basically, how I had described earlier about the product cockpit, this cockpit module will have all the other cockpits. Right. Now, let me give it back to my colleague Rajiv. He will be telling you on how to upgrade to 1811.
Okay, thanks, Abhijit. Okay, I will walk you through the upgrade process overview. So SAP Commerce Platform upgrade allows commerce solution to maintain supportability and take advantage of the new features available in the latest release. And upcoming slides, I will explain you in detail about the different phases of the process. And upgrade process contains 4 key phases: discovery, planning, and execution. And finally, it is the closure one. So during the discovery phase, we will upgrade the version that fits your business digital strategy and determines the effort required to perform the upgrade. And during the discovery phase, we will create a questionnaire that drives the initial upgrade assessment, and as well as we will arrive at a rough order of magnitude estimate of the upgrade effort that is made. And once the type of the upgrade is determined. And also during this discovery phase, upgrade approach will be decided or determined, which will be a functional or technical, or it's a custom extended technical one. And discovery questionnaire includes the data model needs to be redesigned, or what is the level of technical depth in the code, and what is the level of customization versus out of the box in the code. Also, what new features or enhancements introduced in the new SAP Commerce platform that are required for the upgrade, and what kind of compliance and security requirements are there, and so on. And next phase is the planning phase, where it covers the work to be analyzed on the existing application and establish the requirements for the upgrade. So based on these analysis results, an estimate of upgrade effort is made and a plan is created for the execution purpose, for the execution phase. And the goal of the initiate activity is to let the customer and the project team to be in the discussion and kick activity to introduce all the stakeholders and starts a discussion between the customer and the members of the project team. During this phase, we also gather the information at the high level based on the questionnaires which we collected in the previous stage. So next phase is the execution phase, where actual implementation will happen, and upgrade the code base that was tested thoroughly and ready for the deployment will be the end result for this execution phase. Upgrading the engineering activity is to provide the current custom part and the platform versions to the latest version or latest SAP platform. Upgrading the binaries to new versions, perform the technical migration, and regenerating the custom code in order to compatible with the target binaries version. And the final phase is the closing phase, where we will capture all the testing results and as well as the updated list of open issues and the list of documented handed over to the support team and the final handover to the application team. These are the 4 different phases of the upgrade process. And from the technical approach side, there are different stages, and it mainly deals with the upgrade of the software, managing the upgrade dependencies, and migration of the existing platform or the system data. So while upgrading the software, upgrade all the regular extensions and do not upgrade the template extensions, for example, accelerator extensions, which might be out of the box, or the platform extensions. And we will reuse the existing custom extensions, and we will be migrating only the custom extensions as per the changes for that. And this is the process how we will be following the upgrade process. So basically, we will compare or replace with the new ones if there is no changes, or if it is compatible with the existing extension from the targeted extension that we will be migrated directly. If it is not compatible, we will compare and merge and take it further by deploying to the next level. So migrating the upgrade dependencies, we will find and compare the packages corresponding, like apple to apple comparison, and we will merge the installed versions. And for guidelines, we will be following the relevant upgrade pages, including all the packages that are listed as dependencies as per the target SAP Commerce version. So if it, for example, B2B accelerator, we need to upgrade the platform and Commerce Web Services as well, and also the relevant packages for all these platforms. And these are the sample upgrade dependencies which were provided as part of the release document. And we can use this and compare the extensions while we are upgrading the custom extensions basically. So whether it's required a standard upgrade process or release specific upgrade process, that we will be capturing using these documents. And if there are release specific upgrades, we can find out in the wiki, and we can follow the release specific upgrades, which might be different from the actual standard upgrade process. And also it will have all the additional information if required, any specific instructions for that extension or add-on to be upgraded, that will be provided, and that we can use while upgrading the extensions. And while upgrading the data, so we need to carry out the standard upgrade process and also the release specific standard steps and all. And finally, we will be migrating the data. And next one is the standard upgrade steps, which we will be following as part of a regular or any upgrade process. So it will be like a usual process where we will shut down the existing or running SAP instance and replace the commerce platform and SAP Commerce extensions. Then we will be migrating the custom extensions for copying and adjusting to the customized extensions. Then we will be migrating the file data by copying the media files into the same directory as into the new SAP Commerce location. Then we will be building the application, SAP Commerce platform, and then migrate the data. Finally, once we bring up the server, then we will be reinstantiating or reinitializing the Solr facet search indexes and all. So there are a couple of challenges while we might encounter during this upgrade. So that might be we can overcome by, or it might be based on the underestimated complexities related to custom code or understanding of the requirements as well. And there might be a missing key stakeholders, or maybe during the requirement gathering or actual requirement discussions. All stakeholders are like training on how the new system will work, or maybe just training provided early in the process. And we might not be having enough time for production cutover and in-flight data migration for those. Extension due to the exhaustion due to overnight data loads, failures, and manual tasks. And these are some of the challenges while we might face or encounter during our upgrade process. But for the key successful implementation, we need to require a process which governs and coordinates the key stakeholders on a day-to-day basis to collect the requirements, plan, design, develop, release, validate, and execute. Also deliver small but finally are fully tested increments often and early. Manage data quality rules and issues by engaging right stakeholders who own the data, understand the data, and act on it. Next one is that requires a dedicated team, which will be like technical experts or like Hybris components, expertise on different modules of the Hybris, close collaboration with the engineering team of the new platform, test the data mapping and migration procedure of each data on a small subset of data. Instead of rather of going with the all set of data at one time, we can go in an incremental way. With its fail fast approach, involve business at the earliest, engage all the key data stakeholders, prioritizing the data issues, and validating the new system with the new data. Also design and document the solution to handle in-flight transactions. Identify the stakeholders who will be impacted by the in-flight transactions. And the next one is requires a specific tools. So if we use the specific tools, then we can overcome the challenges what we can come or encounter during our upgrade process. It might be a version migration procedure. Check the regressions like any code changes, including the performance regressions. Also have at least 2 environments for tests to help and triage the defects to correct the delivery team and the backlogs with one of the latest migrated data and compare what features are lagging or what features are working as per the requirements. Also automate the processes such as creating CI/CD for the continuous deployment and development, pipeline using the Jenkins for the faster deployments. And coming to the implementation timeline, usually it will take 2 to 6 months for the SAP platform upgrade alone. So again, it depends on and varies on the customization complexity and the current SAP Commerce versions. And we have developed a couple of add-ons from the Royal Cyber, and I will walk you through one of them. So Mirakl is there. Mirakl is a marketplace that provides an unique opportunity for retailers and B2B organizers to rapidly expand their product by directly connecting the third-party sellers with customers. So key benefits of marketplace integration was absorb volumes and expose only products that have changed and avoid duplicated products on your storefront. Also get the most multiple content sources from your providers and easy to operators and seller portals. Also, Mirakl provides the REST API based and connect and feed into the Mirakl info to any commerce or any other applications and any other technologies. So basically, Marketplace provides Mirakl Catalog Manager, which removes the complexity of integrating catalogs from multiple sources. Next one is a SearchSpring add-on. So where we can create our intelligent e-commerce search channel and relevant and personalization products from different pages to search categories and product pages as well. So the works on desktop, mobile, and tablet and right products are easier to find. Also, the entire experience from start to finish is powered by the relevancy engine, which analyzes and understands aggregate user behaviors. Also, it creates an unbelievable experience that increases sales and keep our customers coming back. In one of our previous integration experience, retailers saw a boost of 15% conversion rate and 10% reduction in call center volumes, giving CSR more time with each customer to develop relationship and trust. Also, we can use the rules-based merchandising that allows us to boost groups of products based on our goals such as margins and sales. And from here, I will hand it over to my colleague, Abhijit. He will take over there.
Right. Thank you, Rajiv. So we talked about SearchSpring, we talked about Mirakl. Let's talk about one of our in-house development. The next two products are basically Royal Cyber's own proprietary products. We have been working in the e-commerce industry, as I said, for the past 15 years. We've been doing a lot of work. We have a dedicated research and development team at Royal Cyber, and one of the biggest experiences through all this 15 years has given us the knowledge that chatbot is the next thing for all e-commerce clients, for all our e-commerce clients. So what we did is we created an artificial intelligence based chatbot which has an IBM Watson on its backend. It's the running engine, and this IBM Watson engine that is connected with a chatbot, it helps our chat to actually understand some of the complicacies when a customer comes onto a portal. You know, it has mood swing analysis. It has got so many other it can detect customer struggles, and it actually assists the customer before they leave without doing any purchases. You know, the best part is it can be integrated with your own website chat window. It can be integrated with Facebook Messenger. It can be integrated with Skype, and the biggest use of this chatbot, it reduces the pressure that you have on your customer service team. Since it's 24/7, it can help in terms of customer queries. It helps in terms of item selection for your customers. Say, suppose if a particular customer is looking for something in red, or one, say, type of a tire which is of R15 or some different rubberized material, you can actually search for that same sort of similar sort of product and show it to you. It helps with your order tracking. It helps with your selective marketing and promotions. One of the key aspects of this is it's trainable. The IBM Watson engine that runs behind is actually trainable. So, say certain issues which are currently recurring, you can actually feed them as an FAQ to the Watson chat, and it will learn on its own. And when it comes across such a problem again in the future, it can solve it through this FAQ. Right. So the third part is I would like to talk about is one of our own homegrown product called TEEF, or as it stands for, its Test Automation Framework. It's a very simple, uncomplicated and open source tool that does not require high-end coding to put in your use cases. It can understand your day-to-day language sentences for its use case testing, and the best part it's completely made up of open source tools, different open source tools, and it can be integrated with your CI/CD pipeline. And like I said, it's really hands-on. It's easy to use. One of the key features of it does a pixel to pixel mapping or comparison between what is there in the actual and what is there in your wireframe, and it can find out the bugs accordingly, which are not, say, part of the wireframe. And all this can be done in a very quick time. All right, so let me just wind up. Thanks everybody for joining us today. Thank you, and have a great day, guys.